So, first of all, let us talk about the allegations that are coming through from the desk of none other than Tasha K. Bold is an understatement when we are talking about this woman because she is making these allegations. And with how everything has been going down, I wouldn't be surprised if the title swindler is looking for a blogger to make an example of and basically shut everybody up in as far as those files are concerned. So, I am really, really impressed by Tasha's boldness to make these claims and allegations at such a time like this. Now, let me look for what exactly Tasha wrote, in this post. She said, and I read, if you're ever wondering why Nicki Minaj appears aligned with Trump, this video explains why. Allegedly. Tory Lanez fans, this is also why your favorite isn't getting a pardon. Names involved Jay-Z, Gavin Newsom, Michael Rubin, Desiree Perez, all allegedly tied to a Rock Nation connected event in a Fanatics Fest. This is the same video a reporter claims Rock Nation allegedly pressured him to delete. He sent it to me asking that it be posted. Watch, share, save it. Allegedly, this will be copyright struck and taken down. Everything is alleged, even my name is also alleged. And together with this, of course, she posted the video in question where we see Gavin Newsom rubbing shoulders and having a sort of conversation with Michael Rubin, who happens to be one of Brother Billionaire's close friends. I mean, the all white parties, they attend each other's parties. And it is also to note that the same Michael Rubin is allegedly the same guy behind the infamous Meek Mill bit, where Meek Mill was hopping like a bunny. And allegedly, the bet also involved this guy. Okay, it is the same Michael Rubin who has those pictures also floating around with what's this guy's name, Lil Baby. And it's the same Michael Rubin who hosted the party where Cousin Sloth first met Beyonce for the first time and allegedly got introduced. Yeah, remember that party where Bongo 2 fans were trying to say Cousin Sloth is being shady to Megan? Meanwhile, Megan is the one that introduced her to. Yeah, it's the same Michael Rubin who hosted that all white party where Lil Wayne was kind of looking lost and lonely. That's the same Michael Rubin. And it seems like there's some sort of relationship or friendship with the governor. Now, in the same video, when you continue watching, you also do see Brother Billionaire, who I like to call the tidal swindler, slowly emerging from somewhere into the video. And so people are like, what's going on? Okay. We do understand that people can have as many friends as they want from different political affiliations, but people are reading so much into that relationship between Fraudulent Nation and, of course, the governor. And, all of a sudden, what seemed to be a conspiracy for the longest of time, people are now putting the puzzles together to say that actually, no. The person that we called schizo, mentally unstable, and a conspiracy theorist probably wasn't lying or probably wasn't making this up at all. Because remember, there was a time when a certain person was trying to tell you the ties between the governor and that establishment that I just feel like it's a doom nation, in my own opinion, because everybody that gets associated with them either ends up in a lawsuit or ends up somewhere begging for money, like Mikisha. For some reason, all of their artists, it's always something fishy going on with them. And it seems like, people are finally beginning to wake up and to see that actually, yeah, it's not so far fetched that the governor would ignore someone's request to get help because they're trying to prove their loyalty to their friend from Doom Nation. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about all of these. What do you think about the allegations? And in as far as the journalist who allegedly took this video being told to delete the footage, that to me just makes everything even way more questionable. Because if this was just an innocent, interaction between two gentlemen who have nothing to hide, what would be the reason for them to ask him or her to delete the footage? And also in these allegations, it is saying that, well, it is actually a Rock Nation person who was telling this journalist to delete it. So if indeed this is true, that it's a Rock Nation person that is telling her to delete a video about the interaction between Gavin Newsom and Michael Rubin, ungen happy Rock Nation. Like, please ask Rock Nation for us. How does it fit into the equation of Michael Rubin and Gavin Newsom if there is no sort of connection amongst the three, entities? For lack of a better word. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. It seems like the list that Nicki Minaj put out in as far as the distractions are concerned, everything has been fulfilled. You remember how she listed all the PR distractions that Doom Nation unleashes to the people in order to distract the people from whatever their boss, the title swindler, might be entangled in? Yeah, that list had like Will Smith coming out and then making up a story about Nicki Minaj and publishing it, and then the other distraction, I think it was an announcement, and then an artist passing away, and then Brother Billionaire coming out looking all stupid. Those are some of the things that she listed. It seems all of the things that she listed actually have been fulfilled, especially during this time where the files have been released to the world, and it seems like the title swindler was also mentioned in those files. It seems like everything has come to pass because just before the Super Bowl, the title swindler came out. Stupid is an understatement for how he was looking when he stepped out. He was trying to be natural. He was trying to act like nothing is bothering him. And I'm like, this is not the time to be acting like you're not bothered. Like, we all know you're stressed AF. Stressed is the thing, and it's okay to own it. You don't have to come out here parading, as if everything is fine, as if you're not bothered. But at this time, I haven't seen any one of them directly address the situation, except of course the Gates. So maybe they were given like an instruction, or somebody assured them that they didn't have to address anything, and maybe somebody assured them that nothing more is gonna come out. Just ignore it. Don't address it. And I guess this is the strategy that Brother Billionaire has decided to go with. And the fact that he couldn't even address the part about why in the emails they were saying that the people that are supposed to be in the street protesting have been bought off by him. This man is basically saying, I F you. Like, I don't owe you an explanation about that. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people are still looking at him as some form of messiah, which is interesting to me and will forever be interesting. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this video that is circulating. Why do you think that, they might want to hide it if everything is all, clear and innocent? Now, that being said, let us move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Still talking about the Super Bowl. It seems like Alex is not letting up on the title swindler. He had a couple of words to say about his selection and how everything has become politicized. But in as far as this is concerned, in as much as I would want to be mad and say that, oh my God, everything doesn't have to be political, I do believe that everything is politics, you guys. Unfortunately, everything is politics, and we breathe, eat, sleep politics. That's the reality of life. So with this, I don't 100% agree with Alex. But this is what he had to say in as far as the picking of the performer is concerned. He said the Jay-Z or Rock Nation partnership with the NFL should come to an end soon. America dislikers should not be in charge of selecting halftime performers for America's game. Terrible. So in this tweet, he's trying to say that, having Bad Bunny perform there means that, the person dislikes America. And as such, those people should not be allowed to pick and to perform. I don't know in its entirety if, the Democratic Party is saying they're dislikers of America. I don't think so. What I do understand is they're just saying they need a little bit more undocumented immigrants, and also, just no voter ID, just so they can pump up a little bit, their votes. But does that mean they do not like the country as a whole? I don't think so, really. I feel like for this one, it might be a little bit extreme wording it that way. But then again, this is just my opinion. If you are of a different opinion, please let me know in the comment section. Now, do I think that the man has destroyed the excitement that comes with the halftime show because of picking things that just, or performers that do match with his personal agendas or his master's personal agendas? Absolutely. Because what happened last year with the Kendrick performance had absolutely nothing to do with the politics as in its entirety. Because at the end of the day, it was just about their own personal agenda that they had to elevate Kendrick to this point and to basically put a nail in the coffin of Drake's career, which is not very Democrat versus Republic sort of political. It is political in as far as the music industry is concerned, obviously, but it's not nationwide politics. It's industry politics. Now, that being said, do I genuinely think that that man, the title swindler, is making the decision himself of whom is going to perform and who is not going to perform? Do I think that he has majority of influence in as far as that decision is concerned? To be honest with you, I highly doubt that. To me, it's giving he's just the puppet, but the real puppet masters are behind the scenes and telling him this is the agenda that we're pushing. Whom do you think is going to be able to help us push this particular agenda at this particular time? And he's just there, more like okay, I was about to shade my boss, but let's. I was about to talk about how sometimes people are just signing off on other people's work, and the majority of the work has been done by others. So I was gonna say that I do feel like he puts the signature. They make him be the face of the decision, but behind the scenes, I really do feel like his hands are also tied. That's just my feeling. I mean, after I saw that video that was circulating of him failing to answer basic questions because, he wasn't sure what Harvey wanted him to say, when I saw him looking like a scared little boy looking at Harvey for approval before saying anything, I'm just thinking, like, does he actually have the influence that they say he has? Lately, with the recent developments and happenings, I'm just thinking that I'm beginning to feel like the only influence that he has is over the black people that he has, in my own opinion, successfully manipulated. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Speaking about him, let's talk about Blue Ivy. Okay, so Blue Ivy stepped out, and she was looking very beautiful together with the sister and I think a friend. She did her signature pose for the camera, and she was looking gorgeous. She was looking pretty, and I have to give it up to Beyonce for the parenting. I don't know, in the father maybe for the parenting, because really she is growing up to be such a. Of course, we don't stay with these kids, but from what we can see from outside, she does seem a little bit grounded more than the regular celebrity kids that you see out there, and I really do love that for her. And I also did see some people saying that, well, he's popping up with Blue Ivy because she is the newest distraction to what's going on. And I would like to say that for the past couple of years, he has been attending the Super Bowl with Blue Ivy, to be honest. And I don't think that this year is any different. If anything, it now seems to be a tradition where he steps out with a girl, and the mom stays back at home. Let me know in the comment section what you think about all these shenanigans. Do you think that they're going to come after Tasha K for posting that video? Do you think that they're going to remove that video from the internet? And if so, why do you think they're trying so hard to remove the video? Now let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Speaking about, still the NFL and the Super Bowl, let us talk about some of the attendees of the Super Bowl that had people talking. Let us talk about Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton. Now, there have been rumors circulating that Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian are together, and it seems like they were sitting pretty close to each other in the same suite, if you may say. And I personally feel like this is a relationship that I didn't see coming. But if Kim likes it, we absolutely love it. Because one thing about Kim Kardashian, at this point, I really don't think that she has a type. I think she just likes whoever she likes, based on who's gonna do the most. And as far as a brand is concerned, this is what it is giving. Because you cannot tell me that you're going from Ray J Kanye, like the people that sometimes Pete, what's that boy's name, Pete Davidson, and then from there, and I'm just like, girl, it's all over the place. But I mean, if she's enjoying, that's all that's important. However, people started having a conversation because some babs feel like she moves shady. Given that you guys, Lewis Hamilton and Nicki Minaj, allegedly had a thing previously, so people feel like, well, Kim is weird for that. And somebody said that, well, Kim was previously attached to Mikisha, and I'm like, when did this happen? Like, I wish you could see my face right now because I am legit shocked. I didn't know Kim went with Meek Mill at some point. When was this? When was that? After the divorce with Kanye? Whoo! Hey. Bunny Mill, I don't know, man. Like, I literally don't know. Did you guys hear about that rumor? Is it your first time also hearing about this, just like me? Or is it something that you knew about? I mean, if it's like that, then I understand why people would start to feel like, well, it gets to a point, to a certain extent. Like, you're like, okay, are you just obsessed over my sloppy seconds? Like, what's going on? But one person that I wish would just never exist in Nicki Minaj's dating library or book is none other than Mikisha. Like, I just like, oh, I cringe each time. Anyway, still speaking about the Kardashians, it seems like 21 Savage wasn't here for any potential misunderstanding that would result from him being filmed together with Kendall Jenner walking together. Because when I tell you that man literally wanted to enter inside the wall, I'm not exaggerating. As soon as the cameras came on, that man wanted to insert himself inside the walls of that building, just so people will understand that no, he is not walking in together with the Kendall Jenner. And people started making jokes like, well, he was trying to make sure that he doesn't get in trouble with Big Mama, referring to obviously lottery ticket. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're worried about Latto when this man is allegedly married? No, he doesn't want to get in trouble with his wife. That's who he doesn't want to get in trouble with. Okay? But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I also did see people explaining the frustration of the placement of the Kardashians at the Super Bowl because they felt like it was more like just an advert. They were together. There was Kylie there, there was Kendall there was the sister with Lewis Hamilton, and people felt like it's a whole walking PR, campaign that's just going on with them. And I'm like, everything about the Kardashians obviously is PR. Who doesn't know that about them? Who doesn't know that about them? I mean, we're in 2026. They're obviously a walking billboard. They're selling something, image, whatever. But anyway, let's move on to another thing that we're going to be talking about. Advocate BBL. And for those of you who are getting offended on behalf of this lady, okay, unclutch your pearls, okay? Literally unclutch your pearls. This woman is on video saying that she considers herself a, an advocate for plastic surgery. She said that when she was trying to advocate for, Glorilla's nose job. She said it herself. I didn't invent this. And for those of you who want to rush the women empowerment, no, 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 no. I'm just quoting her. She said she feels like she is an advocate for plastic surgery. And the most evident plastic surgery that she's had is the BBL. So I call her advocate BBL because she basically called herself that. I'm not body shaming her. Stop coming lying to me. I never said anything. I just said advovo BBL, which means advocate. An advocate for the plastic surgery. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, that being said, speaking about Advovo BBO, it seems like her fans are coming through with new coping statements and mechanisms because now they are claiming that their favorite and Stephon Diggs broke up a week ago. This comes after the recent embarrassment, obviously, of Stephon bringing Pri around to the game. And, Pri was basically chilling with Mama Diggs. Meanwhile, Advovo BBO was waiting for her turn to be a cameo big-up dancer for Bad Bunny. So, after they witnessed the embarrassing situation, they are now changing tune. Now, it's they broke up a week ago and Advovo is not bothered at all. And another coping mechanism they're coming with is that, well, she's still rich. Okay, two things can be true at the same time. She can be rich and she can also be daft. It's possible for her to be rich and it's also possible for her to still be bothered, okay? Because it's her being bothered by Offset that landed her in this situation that we're talking about. This man lied in her face. For some reason, even after spending years and years and years with an 8-ish man like Offset, she learned nothing. She decided to still take that man's word for the truth. That man said, "Let me heal you." And she decided to be healed. Of all the healers in this world, it's Stephon that she chose. I don't know, you guys. And the amount of people that I met in the comment section when we basically point out how slow that is insane to me. Like, you want us to stand here and applaud bird behavior just because it's somebody that you like. What's daft is daft. Okay? If someone is moving like a bird, we have to call it out. If it's flying, it's a bird. No matter how pretty it is, okay? It can be a bird that you like, but it is still a bird, okay? A crow, to be precise. I'm just joking. They will come for me and start saying I'm bird shaming their favorite. No, guys. She embarrassed herself. She put herself in this predicament when she, divorced from that guy. When she was with guy, honestly, I'm one of the people that felt like, listen, this man has been embarrassing her left, right, and center. And I was like, you know what? Move on, gather your life together, and move away from this dad as much as you can. As much as you can, I mean. I'm referring to Offset. But then when she decided to turn around, and you guys were applauding it, calling it leveling up, looking at it as an aspirational thing, that's when I was like, what is wrong with you guys? Out of all the relationships that you can aspire to have, out of all the things you can aspire to, it's Advovo BBO moving on with Stephon that you guys choose to aspire to. I don't have any words for you at this point. And the fact that she didn't even realize that the whole Pri thing is weird about this entire hookup is insane to me. Because allegedly Pri was with, with this guy, the Diggs guy, before she was with him. And so if Pri was messing with the Diggs guy and Offset, and Diggs felt like it's a leak back to... Like, I can see how to them they might have felt like, listen, we are getting our leak back. Maybe Stephon was like, Offset, I'm cool with you. So why are you messing with Pri when you know Pri is my team? Or in Advovo BBO felt like, well, if she gets with Stephon, she's getting a leak back when it comes to Pri. I mean, at first, if you're hurt, it may sound logical to you. But I do feel like this is the part where the people surrounding you have to be honest with you. Because I know in my circle, they would have looked at me like, oh, we get it. Looks like it's a good lick back. It looks like, you're getting one up on this guy, but you're becoming a dad in the process. You're being daft, basically. That's not how you go about things. Because what she didn't see coming is the fact that Stephon wouldn't pick her over Pri. Or that Stephon would not ditch her bestie Pri over her. She didn't see that coming. In her mind, she really did think that, Pri was going to be cut off from Stephon's life. And then she would be laughing, saying that I leveled all up. I took your men too. If she was doing this just to get some lyrics. But Pri played her. I feel like Stefan Diggs and Pre basically, played this girl. It's just said that, procreation had to happen, in all of this. That's the saddest part. But at the same time, children are blessings, eh? What's done is done. It cannot be undone. But I hope it serves as a lesson to all of you that if you have a thing that you want to use as a get back, or, some people believe that the best way to get over a man is get under one. If that's your motto, always remember to glove it up. Because you don't want to be swapping fluids with somebody who you just got with for the sake of it. And the last thing you want is evidence, okay? In the form of a breathing, you know. It's nothing aspirational about that. And don't ever come in my comment section trying to make me feel bad for calling out daft behavior. Never, never. Please. Please, never. Anyway, that being said, I think for today, let me stop here. Let me stop here because it's becoming very long, but it's always nice catching up with you. Thank you very much for showing me so much love in my previous video. And for those of you who are still mad, welcome to Wakanda. And never come in the comment section trying to assume that everybody on this channel is uneducated just because you have a bachelor's in archaeology. Like, what? No, don't do it, okay? This is not a de-swinging contest about who's more educated academically. I have a lot of people on this channel that are educated way more than all of us combined, okay? But we kiki with them, we laugh, we talk entertainment, we keep it moving. Don't come here trying to exercise, your archaeology in the comment section. We have CFAs that we kiki with in the comment section, but they haven't made their careers, their whole personalities. Don't be like Winnie, okay? Until my next one, see you.